Hello and welcome back to Daddy Daughter Disc Golf. I'm the daddy.
And I'm the daughter.
Flight numbers on these are very similar to the diamonds, and that is her current main driver that she uses for all of her tournaments. We're going to compare them against two of the diamonds that she has, as well as the jade, which is a little bit faster, a little bit less stable, but we're going to see how they fly. For her, the current #1 in the world in the FJ06 division, and for me, a very subpar MPO player, but I can throw fast. So we're going to see how they compare with 25-mile-an-hour arm speed and 70-mile-an-hour arm speed. So just to go over the numbers, this is a 155 jade, a 159 diamond, a 158 diamond, and
a 147
motive.
147
motive. So we're gonna go ahead and give it a test.
And there's my sister.
Yeah, she's way over there. All right, why don't you go ahead and throw it off this way? We got a little bit of a tailwind right now, and this is a slight uphill, so we'll see how we can deal with it. Nice, that flies really well for you. Here, go ahead and try your jade. Here, test out your jade. Nice. Okay, I'm assuming this is going to be very unstable, so we'll start off nice and smooth and see how it flies. Yeah, pretty flippy. Nice and smooth in the tailwind. Man, I got that.
He went way into the trees.
That got really far.
But he's next to the basket.
The lack of effort that I put into it. All right, diamond on about the same flight. Man, maybe the diamond's a little flippier. I'll check the angles.
So he's so far from the basket.
That went about the same distance, but got more turn. I'll check the angles
throw.
after and see if I'm throwing them about the same. Here goes the jade.
And
yeah, definitely not as flippy with the jade. It just kind of flipped up to flat, pushed, and tiny bit farther than the motive. It's a 9-speed, so that's about what I would expect. And here goes the other diamond.
Pretty soft.
Oh wow, that's a flippy one. That's a real flippy one. Got some nice turn to the right.
That is so
but we're gonna grab those and then we'll crank up the speed. Nice.
Sorry, just kind of hungry. That's a nice breeze.
Nice shot. All right, now we're gonna try to get into that 70-mile-an-hour zone. We'll start with the diamond because it's the flippiest. Yep, super flippy. That's gonna be way in the tall stuff.
Woohoo!
We'll get that back. All right, here's that other diamond that was even flippier. Let's go like as extreme hyzer as we can. Oh, that's nice. That's real nice. There's a lot of hyzer though. Okay. Jade.
Woohoo!
Yeah, that can actually handle some power on that jade. That's pretty sweet. It's pretty far up there. All right, motive. Probably somewhere in between the jade and the diamond. Let's try it out. Some sweet turn and some fade. Okay. Wow, impressive. So that motive can handle a lot more power than the diamond has. So if you have had the diamond, but it's a little flippy for you, that motive might be the answer. Nice. Go with the full power, super hyzer forehand. See what happens. Yeah, very flippy. Very understable. We'll try the jade. Maybe this can hold up just a little bit better. Yep. Man. Dang, that is really far from me for my forehands. That's really good. Diamond, this is gonna be really flippy. Yeah, look at that crazy flip. Crazy flip. What a crazy flight. All right, so that is the Dynamic Discs Motive. What do you think about that disc?
Good.
Good. Do you think it's better or worse than or about the same as your Diamond? What do you think?
Better than my diamond.
Better than your Diamond. Why is that?
Because it's pink and it goes really fast.
It goes really fast. What do you think about the feel of the disc?
Well, it feels like a rubber ducky.
You like the plastic?
It feels
Yeah.
like a rubber ducky.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that I love about the House of Discs, this type of plastic, the gold or fusion plastic, or K1 I think is the Casoplast version of it.
Or the rubber ducky plastic.
Rubber ducky plastic. Yeah, it does have that nice tacky feel to it. Is that something you're going to put in your bag, or are you going to stick with the diamonds? You're going to put that in your bag?
Yeah, and those.
And those ones. But that's one of the things that I really like about it being 147 grams. That's such a nice, easy, approachable weight, but it's not too flippy. She has some discs in the 130s, 120s. One of her drivers is a 110, and they can start to feel like a paper plate, but 147 is on the lighter end without being ultra light. It's just a nice weight, even for me throwing those fuller power shots. I didn't have the control that I would have with a max weight disc, say like my Raiders that I throw as my main distance driver, but it doesn't feel ultralight when you're throwing it, and then also it's very comfortable. The profile of it is very, very comfortable. Some easy to throw, understable, lightweight discs have a weird profile. This does not. So definitely pick up the Motive. All right, one more throw to finish us off. Nice Anheuser. Wow, that went far.